Good morning, Unity of Sarasota. I am Rob Sartori, and there's, I guess you're getting to see two of me. Two of me, why not take two of me? No, we're not going to do that song right now. But we're going to do some songs later on that involve you, but right now I'm going to start off with something by Michael Gott. And so just hang in there, you'll get your chance to sing and do some movements. But this one's a really beautiful song. I thought I'd start it off, is that we all need a prayer sometimes. We're all in this life together, living a mystery. Our tears are touched by joy, touched by pain, asking why, longing for meaning, searching for hope, searching for who I've come here to be. We all need a prayer. Our hearts are yearning for the truth. When we feel low, can't find our way, the answers are right here. We stand before that open door. We all need a prayer to remind us who we are. Somehow we keep forgetting, lost in the shadows, with worn and broken hearts, sometimes broken dreams. Love is there, gracing your presence, standing in truth, standing in power, one with the one. We all need a prayer. Our hearts are yearning for the truth. When we feel alone, when we can't find our way, all the answers are right here. We stand before an open door. We all need a prayer to remind us who we are. Open now and feel your heart. The power is You stand before an open door. We all need a prayer to remind us who we are. We all need a prayer to remind us who we are. To remind us who we are. Reverend Matthew Starcher.
Rob Satori.
Thank you.
Wow. We all need a prayer. Whew. Beautiful. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Unity of Sarasota, where something wonderful is always happening. My name is Reverend Matthew Starcher, and I will be with you today and facilitating the talk and service, and I'd just like to welcome you today. So, first of all, let's see, do we have any children? We have one? Is the child with us? We have a child. Okay, go ahead and stand and let's bless you. Yes. Thank you for being with us. Cheryl, will you go? Cheryl's going to go ahead and go. What's your name? Cannon. Cannon. Well, thanks for being with us today, Cannon. So let's bless Cannon as they go out. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we see the living Spirit in you. Blessings. Yes, yes.
Anybody that knows that knows Hannon.
All right.
What I just played.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I believe Rob has another song for us.
Not
now.
just yet. No, sir. I think we have, you welcome him, and then we have Mitch.
Yeah. We've got Mitch Earl now to do our invitations.
Good morning. So, Rob, well, you know this. Reverend Susie, who is on vacation today, she'll be back, okay? She wouldn't leave the church in my hands. You'll see why. We have such a gift in Reverend Susie, and you know this from the script. There is a script that I was given. All I have to do is just follow it, and it's so detailed. You should see the notes here. It tells us the slides, it tells us the timing, it tells me what to say. And so all I have to do is just go right from the script. As you heard, Reverend Matthew Starcher will be speaking in a moment, and I'm here to do the invitations for participation aspect of the service. So I'm just going to read.
Did you want a color copy?
No, black and white.
I got a color copy.
See, she even does it in color, and I got mine in black and white intentionally, but no, it's just amazing. So I'm just going to read the script. Good morning. My name is Reverend Dr. Susie Shadle, and oh wait, I think I'm being too literal here.
I think
yeah.
You got,
yeah.
That's right.
Okay, so correct that. All right, let's do this. I'm Chaplain Mitch Earl. I'm delighted to be with you today, and we do welcome you to Unity of Sarasota, where, as Reverend Matthew said, something good is always happening. And what we also know, as the next slide is coming up, is that we are community. Reverend Susie spoke to this last week. And so I'm going to invite us to all say this together. It's on the slide above me. To affirm who we are and why we're here. So let's begin. We are a beacon of light and love, opening minds, touching hearts, and transforming lives. Yes, that's it. And so we are an inclusive spiritual community that embraces empowering and life-affirming practical spirituality for richer living now. And we join the Unity movement worldwide in creating a world that works for all. What a beautiful affirmation. And so at this time, as Reverend Susie does, and as I'm reading from the script, we're going to invite those of you that are here for the very first time or are guests. We're going to invite you to stand, and I'm going to invite you to remain standing for a few moments. So if you could, if you're willing, if anyone is new here, okay, great, I see one. And if anyone else is, if you could remain standing for a moment. And meanwhile, I'm scanning to see if Peg Beck is here. Is Peg here? She's not. Is someone else? Okay, so Donna Stewart, you are providing necklaces? Yes. Okay. That's why we do it live, so we can be in the moment. All right. All right. So as we're going to invite you to come and give a necklace, and I'll mention that this necklace that you're about to receive is indicative of our beaches here in Florida. And I'm going to ask you where you're from in a moment. And as you'll see, when you receive the necklace, the individual shells represent our individual love. And what we embody by the physical structure of the necklace is that chain creates a chain of love, or in this case, common unity or community. And so also, you might want to wear that if this is your first time here. An added perk, as Reverend Susie likes to say, is that you get first-in-line privileges at food and beverage in Friendship Hall after the service, okay? And we're glad you're here. As you're seeing, you also should get a welcome packet, yes? Okay, and in that welcome packet, you don't have to read it now, is that there'll be a welcome card, and we invite you to fill that out and put it in the offering plate that'll either be passed around or in the back of the sanctuary today. And we are glad you're here. So yeah, go ahead. We have a little ceremony by asking you where you're from. If anyone else is here for the first time, okay, you get the spotlight. So tell us your name and where you're from, if you would, please.
Stuart from Idaho.
Stuart from Idaho, okay. And Stuart, are you visiting here?
Yes, I'm visiting my dad.
Okay, wonderful. Well, we bless you for being here. Have a wonderful visit. And you're welcome to have a seat, and we thank you for being here. You're quite welcome. Okay, so now I got to talk to my peeps. That would be the live streamers. The reason I want to talk directly to you, and I'm looking at the camera right now, hi, is that I'm actually one of you. When I'm not up here and not in Sarasota, in the summers, I'm elsewhere. I'm in North Carolina. And so while I'm grateful to be here now, I'm one of you. You're my peeps. I'm on the other side looking in just as you are now. And so I want to let you know personally, as again, Reverend Susie references all the time, that you are right here with us. Physically and geographically, you're wherever you are. But energetically, there's no difference. We are unity, and you're with us. And that's what I'd like to affirm right now. Okay, and so for those of you who are joining us on the love stream, or the live stream, you're probably on our website, unityofsarasota.org. Also, to let everyone know, and again, those on the live stream, you can also get recordings and find this and prior services both on our YouTube and our Facebook pages. And so it is wonderful having y'all with us today. And as we say in the South, I'm grateful that all of y'all, meaning live streamers and those of you who are here in person, are joining us this morning. And wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. Now, we've already welcomed the kids, so we're blessing them. And I have to say that I saw the production of Aladdin yesterday at the Van Wezel. And there's 2 more performances today if you want to go see it. I really recommend it. It's great. My inner child is about 8 years old, and he is still doing backflips. I mean, the magic carpet, I won't spoil it for you if you're going to see it today, but oh my gosh. So I feel like I'm one of the kids that we just blessed that's already there. So I invite you and your inner child to be right here with me now. Okay, so at this time, I'm scanning to see if Tim Spradlin is here. Tim, are you here? Okay, great. So we're going to give people a break from me right now. I'm going to invite Tim to have a word with you.
Thank you. First of all, I want to say how wonderful it is to have David Hawkins' energy back with us today. You have been missed. Okay, I am here representing the nominating committee, and we're getting closer and closer to the annual meeting, and we are getting ready to start to really get the ball rolling. I've had the pleasure of talking to several people, not only about their interest in being on the board, but their interest in Unity of Sarasota, and it's been very exciting. We have a huge year before us, and it's really important that we find some passionate people to come and join the Board of Trustees and really help do this work to put us forward for the years and years and years to come. I will be at the umbrella table after service today if you have any questions for me. We're looking for people who have had a membership here for the last year, or if you've had an active membership at a Unity Church elsewhere for a year or more, please talk to me. You could be a vital part of the community. Thank you very much.
What's the day of the annual meeting? It's every fourth Thursday at 7 p.m.
Not the board meeting, the annual meeting he's asking.
Oh,
Isn't it the last Sunday in February? Correct.
very good.
Whatever that should be.
See, we are community. If we don't know the answer, we just ask the community. I love it. Okay, so I've got a couple more quick announcements, and then I'm going to bring back Reverend Matthew Starcher, and Rob will play some music as well. And so speaking perfectly, good segue, of our member classes, as a slide might indicate, we have new member classes, and they are the 5th and the 12th, as you can see. That's next Sunday and the Sunday after that. And please don't worry, you're saying, February 12th, that's a Super Bowl. It's at 6:30 Eastern. You will be out. I see Jerry's wearing his Bengals shirt. There's probably some Chief fans lurking in here, I suspect, and Eagles and 49ers, whoever you're for. And so don't worry about it. If you are interested, please, you're welcome. There is a yellow card which simply says application for membership. Looks like this. You want to fill out both sides, and as Reverend Susie has been reminding us, because we've been mentioning this leading up to next week, if you've been a member at another Unity Center, we love that, and you can skip, if you'd like, you're welcome to attend, but you can skip that first one, which is next Sunday, February 5th, but everyone is asked to be there, especially on Super Bowl Sunday, the 12th of February, and that's the second session, because that one is specifically about Unity of Sarasota. The first one, which many of you would know about if you've been with Unity, or been here, which is part of it, you know some things about it. You're welcome to be there. I'm hopefully going to, well, I'll be there the 12th. 5th, I know I can't be. And then one other announcement, as again, another slide might indicate, is a recommitment to love ceremony. And I love this. There's a lot of verbiage up there, so I'll let you read that while I'm chatting away here. This is Wednesday, February 15th. And one of the things that I love that Reverend Susie has done, I've been at a number of other centers, and they have these recommitment to love ceremonies at many Unity, sometimes Centers for Spiritual Living. And as a single person, and I have been for a minute, I always felt a little left out. Not a little, I felt left out, you know, because many other, I see some nods, many other places, bless them, do it for couples. And so the single's like, okay, another reminder that I'm single, thanks a lot. And I love that we don't do that. We are, as we were talking about earlier, an inclusive spiritual community. And so Reverend Susie has set this up for years, and I believe prior to her, Reverend Elizabeth, I believe, did the same thing, that it's for singles and couples, and everyone's invited, okay? You're either single or couple, or even if you're not sure, come on and you'll see. I may give you an indication which way you're going in 2023. And it includes live music, by the way. And so, by the way, I just want to end with this. If any of you single ladies, or if you know any single ladies, that are going the next night up in Tampa to see Andrea Bocelli, he's got one night performing. I promise, if you'll invite me with that extra ticket, I will recommit my love to you. Thank you all.
Just one more. Thank you, Mitch. You're awesome. Just one more announcement. Julie Donnelly will be in the bookstore. She's our featured bookstore author of the week. Julie, are you in the in the room? Because she's normally doing some volunteering. She's always volunteering. She's right behind the camera, of course. Anyway, Julie will be in there, and make sure you talk to her about her great new book. And I'm going to sing our Unity song. So if you all stand with me, and we'll sing the Unity song together by David Friedman. There she is. Everybody's standing now, so now we can't see her. She's by the door. She's awesome. We love her. Every prayer is answered. Every prayer is heard. Every thought and feeling. Every spoken word. What your soul has longed for. What your heart can feel. Is already here, is already real. There is no one out there is no one else. You hold all the answers deep inside yourself. There's a voice that whispers, there's no you, no me. There's just one, there's just unity. One power, one presence, one light to lead the way. All knowing, that answers when you pray. When the world's darkness and your eyes can't see, gather all your troubles, give them all to me. I am always with you, I will always be. I am one, I am unity. We are one. We are unity.
So let us just take that deep breath in. That deep breath in and connect with the presence of pure being that is right there within you. For it is within and all around you and expressing as you. Let us just relax, release and allow. Let us know that God is fully present at all times and in all places. Let us take a moment to tune in to ourself, our higher self. Let's take a moment to acknowledge and recognize, what is it that calls me forward? What is it that my heart desires? Let us experience a full realization that those desires are there to lead you along an amazing journey that we refer to as life. So on this journey, on this path, in this community, let's join together in true unity. Stepping forward boldly and bravely into the next step of your becoming. For when we go forward to achieve those desires, we truly honor God. In this time of prayer and reflection, let us set with a knowing that we're created in the image and the likeness of God. I am created in the image and the likeness of God. Together, I am created in the image and the likeness of God. Yes, beloved, this is your truth. And within you lays all of those latent qualities of God. For it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Together we do say, thank you, God, within and all around us. So, let us affirm the statement of being together. There is only one presence and only one power in the universe and in my life, God, who is perfect life, perfect intelligence, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God. You are an individualized expression of God. We are individualized expressions of God. Yes.
We're going to sing, and we might as well stand up on this one because it's not really long, and there's a little thing that you can do. We're going to do three things, three gestures. Lynetta, you'll like this. Go ahead to the slide where we have the words. There we go. I praise my life. Go ahead, and you're going to put your hands together like so. I praise my life. I raise my life. And then come together with folded arms over your heart in the name of love. So let's try it one time. I praise my life. I raise my life in the name of love. All right, you got it? Sure? Okay. And I'll do just those words. I praise my life, I raise my life in the name of love. I praise my life, I praise my life in the name of love. Let's do world. I praise my world, I raise my world in the name of love. I praise the world, I raise the world in the name of love. Let's do neighbor. I raise my neighbor, I raise my neighbor in the name of love. Do it again. I praise my neighbor, I raise my neighbor in the name of love. Let's do sister. I praise my sister, I raise my sister in the name of love. I praise my sister, I raise my sister in the name of love. Brother, I praise my brother, I praise my brother in the name of love. I praise my brother, I praise my brother in the name of love. Family. Did a good job. Good to move around.
That was fun. Like, I'm familiar with that song,
It's Karen Drecker.
but the motions was a learning experience for me, so thanks. That was
Well, we're going to
neat.
do the Macarena later, so I figured.
Great. Welcome to Unity of Sarasota, where you never know what you're going to get. That's
Just
really
kidding.
my theme for when I do church. I like church out of the box. I like, welcome to this spiritual experience where you never know what you're going to get. I cruise really good in that territory, and I love that. So, welcome to Unity of Sarasota. Again, my name is Reverend Matthew Starcher, and I will be delivering the talk this morning. So let's settle into that space. So there was a church that had brought on a part-time temporary Sunday school teacher. And she was, our core values, Tim's back there. Let's affirm our core value affirmation together. Yeah. We heal false beliefs and reveal our wholeness and oneness through spiritual practices of visioning, fetching God's vision, meditation, mindfulness, affirmative prayer, ongoing study, giving of time, talent, and treasure, sacred service, and more. That's always the clause, right? And more. It's always the clause when we're signing up for stuff. So desire it, pray it, believe it, and experience it. This has been interesting. This is the original talk title that was downloaded and came through to me on this one, actually several years ago. And when I emailed this information, it kind of got jumbled up because I looked and figured out what's the daily word today, and it was prosperity. And it came across in a couple places that the talk title is Prosperity, Desire It, Pray It, Change It. And so I go back and I kind of messed with it and changed it. But there's been a few experiences within the past few days that I'm realizing that perhaps it was a download, and this talk is meant to be now, for some of you, prosperity. Desire it, pray it, believe it, experience it. So whatever it is to you, allow it to be that. Be in the space of allowing it to do that. So let's, again, settle into that space. So there is a Sunday school teacher who is brought onto a church as a temporary fill-in, and she goes out to her supply closet to get some supplies that she needs to get to set up for the class. And she's out there at the cabinet with the combination lock, messing with it, and she can't remember that last number. You ever been there? I've been there. Every day I'm there. So she goes to the minister's office, and she's knocking on the door. She says, "I'm really sorry to bother you, but, I can't remember the combination." "Oh, I'll be glad to help you." And the minister goes out and gets a blank look on his face. So he stops, and he looks up. Eyes kind of squint and go into a softened gaze. And he comes back down, turns, pop, lock opens. So the teacher's amazed, right? Her eyes get big, and she backs up a little bit, and she says, "I'm just amazed at your faith." And he said, "Oh, no, really?" She said, "No, that's absolutely amazing." And he said, "Well, really, it's just on, I can't remember the combination either. It's on the piece of paper I taped on the ceiling." Desire it, pray it, believe it, and experience it. Prayer. What is it? Why do we do it? What's all this energy around this thing that we call prayer? What is it? For me, it's been many things. And it's become something to me today that is a sacred, hallowed time. It is a priority in my life. And it probably goes very close to that of the breath. Many people say, oh, I've got prayer time. I do it when I'm driving. I do it when I'm doing dishes. I do it when I'm cooking. And I can identify with those ideas. I myself love to cook, and one of the reasons that I believe that I have so many wonderful things that is produced out of a kitchen that I'm working in is because I bless the food that I work with. And I am mindful. I am practicing mindfulness when I prepare things for people to eat. And I'm blessing those that will partake in it. But to me, it's different. A mindfulness practice is different than prayer. Prayer is time that is set aside and dedicated to you and that which is expressing as you. Your creative source. You and the infinite. You and possibly what you may call God, or an idea that we call God, or the grand overall design, or whatever word works for you. But it is that place where you become very still, very centered, and very quiet. And everything around you ceases to exist, and time and space fold. And you realize that you are truly one with all that is. When that happens, it would be my advice that you not be driving. Or you not be washing sharp objects. Something happens in this thing that we call prayer. In Unity, we teach that a practice that we refer to as affirmative prayer. What is that? What is affirmative prayer anyway? Oh, apparently it's time for me to do this. Unity uses a very specific process, a 5-step prayer, affirmative prayer process. That process is relaxation, relax the body. When I lead a prayer with you, you will often hear me. The first thing that I lead you into doing is working with the breath and relaxing the body temple. Then we begin to concentrate. We begin to focus when we bring our focus from all of the outer distractions in. We go into a quiet space of meditation. And whatever we are co-creating, whatever the what is for you, we begin to focus on that. And we have a realization that it already occurs. It's already happened. It's already there. And then there's deep appreciation. And then we allow the unfoldment. That's Unity's 5-step prayer process. Our brothers and sisters in Science of Mind, they have a very similar prayer process. And you'll come up with something that is your own. You don't have to follow this. This is just an idea, a springboard of which you will jump off from. But one thing that may be different in New Thought or in Unity, it's certainly different than the spiritual practice of my upbringing, was to fully accept your desires have been placed in your heart by God. What? I'm allowed to want something? I'm allowed to tune into that which I desire? You mean it's not wrong? It's not selfish? It's not a sin? No. In Unity, we understand that your desires are placed in your heart by God. And when you go forward to achieve those, you honor God. And that will lead you along your individual path or your individual journey of life. So the daily word today is prosperity, so let's tie that into the teaching. Anything that you desire is already yours. That may not be your experience right now, but the truth of that is, metaphysically, everything that we are experiencing right now is an exact match for where we are in our frequency of vibration. Whether this is for you individually, or you as a couple, or a family, or an organization, everything that you're experiencing is an exact match for where you are. So if you want something different, you have to do something different and be something different. So explore the desire. Take it into prayer. In the human condition, what we often do is we have a desire and then we start pointing fingers. But that needs to change, but this needs to change, but you need to change so that I can have this. It's a little backwards. See, where we want to be with that at that point is in prayer. That deep space in and relaxing. Sweet Spirit of life, love, truth, and wisdom. I affirm right now that you're revealing to me that which needs to be revealed, that which needs to change in my own being so that I may be a match for that which it is that is calling me. That's a little more on track. What is it about me that needs to change? And once we're clear on that, and we do that inner work, then we become a match, and we go through a process. There may be growing pains involved in that process. There may be blood and tears. But one thing that I know to be true is one day you wake up and you get out of bed, and you look around, and you say, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I desired 3 years ago. This is exactly what I desired 10 years ago. This is exactly what I prayed about, and I forgot about that prayer. Because it's law. It's spiritual law. It must unfold. Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, he was very big on prayer. Myrtle was huge on prayer. I myself worked at Silent Unity for almost 5 years. Beautiful, beautiful time of my life. And I prayed prayer after prayer after prayer, 10 hours a day. What are we doing when we pray? There's a bumper sticker statement that I love. Well, I don't really love it. It kind of triggers me and offers opportunity for growth for Matthew. Prayer changes things. True or false? According to Unity philosophy, prayer changes things. True or false? Why? Prayer changes you. Prayer changes you. Prayer changes me. Prayer builds consciousness. When we pray, we're building and we're growing and we're expanding consciousness. We're tuning into the desire and we're setting in prayer and we're spending that time with the God of our being, with Source, with Creator. We're getting still and centered and silent, and we're building consciousness. Expanding. Not to a God up there and out there and outside of ourselves, but a God that is within us and as us. And we spend that time until our consciousness synchronizes with the Christ mind, with your very Buddhic nature. And then you have a demonstration. You desire it, you pray it, You believe it. That's the next step, to believe it. You have to believe it. We even talked on this in meditation. You know, I love how the consciousness, I'm going to get off track for a minute. Susie, they were talking about the different scripts and the color or the black and white and that. And we also have suggested colors that we can wear so that, we're kind of coinciding. I know you would never believe this about me, but I don't follow the colors. Yeah, laugh with me. So we get here, and Rob's texting me about the colors. Where are you, Rob? He's texting me about the colors, and he's telling me blue and black, and I'm already in the car, and I said, okay, got it covered. God's got this. And Mitch walks in, and he looks like this. Consciousness. That's consciousness. Things just begin to happen. Believe it. What are you praying? What is your what? What is it that's calling you? Is it the right relationship? Is it to be an author? Is it to produce a movie? What is it? For me, for many years, it was to do this work. Step into ministry. To build and pioneer a church. Edwin Gaines was my mentor for many years. Still call her on the phone once a month because I love her. And, I used to say, but how? But how, Edwin? I never will be able to. How? She would say with that accent, those of you that know her, sweetheart, how is none of your business? That's God's business. Your business is what? Stay centered in what and leave the how to God. Doesn't matter. How doesn't matter. That's not your business. That's God's business. Just stay centered in whatever your what is. What does it feel like when it's achieved? Does your life become smoother? Does this circumstance open up? And what does that feel? And allow your time in prayer to truly feel it with every cell of your body temple. To truly feel what it feels like to have the experience that you desire. Once that part occurs, you're done. The contract's signed, there's a realization of truth, and then you move into experience. Because once every cell of your body begins to resonate with that, and you truly feel what it feels like, whatever you're praying into your experience, once you truly have the mind and the heart become one, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, Scripture tells us. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. When you bring the mind and the heart together, you have an outward experience. That's the metaphysical interpretation of that Scripture. But once you truly begin to feel what that feels like with every cell of your being, it's done, because at that point, the universe begins to rearrange itself to bring whatever your what is into your experience. So we truly work with this idea of the divine as co-creators, co-creating our way through this journey of life. So I invite you. Is it yours to deepen your prayer practice? If it's not, that's fine. For many years, it was not mine to do. But ask yourself, is it? Is it time for me? Am I ready? Do I want to? Do I have a desire to deepen this prayer practice, to become a little bit more committed? Here in the upcoming near future, you're going to see where you have some opportunities available to you. I'm going to be doing a workshop on prayer. We're going to be having some prayer chaplain training coming up. So this is just little seeds that I'm dropping. Is it yours? Ask yourself. Where's the one sheet? No, one sheet. I know you all have one sheets. Come on. Yeah. Let me see Jerry's. Okay, in your one sheet, there's a quote by Charles Fillmore. This is my trick to actually, this is more than a fan. There's information. You know, another one of my mentors, when I first started into this, and I was just beginning to have church services, which began in my living room, by the way, it was time to sit down and do the bulletins, right? To create the bulletins. And my mentor was Reverend Rose Houston at the time, and we were setting up my computer in our dining room. Ben was playing music, practicing for the next day. Rose was eating cookies with crumbs going down the front of her. And I'm learning to prepare a bulletin. And I would continue to make mistakes, and I'd continue to ask her. And eventually, like 3 hours later, she just started saying, Matthew, it doesn't matter, just type something. All I use it for is a fan. So that kind of stuck with me. But there's an affirmation in there, or a statement from Charles Fillmore, where he talks about prayer. He says, prayer is the most highly accelerated mind action known. It steps up mental action until man's consciousness synchronizes with Christ's mind. I invite you to sit with that for more than 20 seconds. Take it home and look at it. Take it home and breathe on it. Take it home and sit in the silence with it. What does that mean to you? What does that mean? And is it yours to deepen your prayer practice? And if so, you're going to have opportunities. And I'd love to see you all there. So in that, no prosperity is yours. It is your Father's true pleasure to give you the kingdom. Whatever you desire it, allow yourself to explore that desire. Know that desire is in your heart and it's been placed there by God. And it is leading you along a path that we call life. Allow yourself to feel it, to pray it, and move into experiencing it. God bless each and every one of you. I bless you and your individual paths along an amazing journey that we call life. Namaste.
Well, that was pretty darn good, Matthew. I'm impressed. All right, let's see. Oh, I need my music. Oh, here it is. This is a fun song. You can get up and kind of wave your arms in the air because I'll be singing about it. The same thing you'll be doing. When I Praise by FFH. Looking for love and I lost my way. Another long night has turned to day. Nobody likes to feel this way. So I draw close to you, 'cause it's what I'm supposed to do. Looking for love and I close my eyes. I run to you with no disguise. You hold me close and you say it's fine. You take me in your arms and you soothe this heart of mine. I throw my hands up in the air, wave my hands 'cause I don't care. They say about me, I gotta praise. Throw my hands up in the air, 'cause I know that you will find me there. Find me when I praise. Yeah, that's it. Get down with your bad self. Looking for love and I hide my face. But what about scars and disgrace? But you meet me here in spite of myself. Your love covers it all and you carry me away. Throw my hands up in the air. Here's my heart 'cause I don't care what they say about me. I gotta praise. Throw my hands up in the air, and I know pray. Well, my heart is on my sleeve and I'm on my knees and my hands are in the air. Oh yeah. Well, it's hard to believe that I am on my knees with my hands in the air. Oh yeah. And you come close beside me and you say you're here to guide me, and I never have to be alone. Your love has led me home. Well, looking for love, I found my way. I ran to you and I heard you say everything's gonna be okay. Well, I don't have to wait another day. Here we go. And I throw my hands in the air, wave my heart, 'cause I don't care what they say about me. I gotta pray. Throw my hands up in the air, 'cause I know that you can find me there. Ooh, no, I throw my hands up in the air. Here's my heart, 'cause I don't care what they say about me. I gotta pray. And your hands are in the air, hold my arm and you can save me there. Woo! Find me when I praise. Praise life, praise everything. It's so wonderful to be here and praise for it. Thank you, appreciate it. Yes. Oh, looking for love and I lost my way. I like to feel this way when I praise. Yeah. Yes, you have more to do.
The prayer chaplains to come forward. Check one, check.
There you go, I hear you.
Am I on?
Yes.
Okay. To invite the prayer chaplains to come forward. Ministers, prayer chaplains. This is a beautiful service that is available and offered to you. These individuals have carved out a place in their journey of life to hold sacred space with you. So utilize that service. It's available to you. And be aware that there is a time coming up that you will also be able to step into prayer chaplaincy if it's yours to do. So we want to thank them and honor them, bless each one of them. Thank you for your service and the work that you do. And they're available after service. Wednesday, February 1st, 7 p.m., we have a concert coming up for the Ukraine. Margaret Germain on harp, Jamie Besterfield, Crystal Bowles. That will be on a love offering basis, and it goes to the Ukraine World Central Kitchen. That's been a work that we've been involved with and will continue to do. So we're very grateful to be able to do that. I invite you all to come out and participate in that. Love offering. So now's the time where you get an opportunity to be able to participate in that law of circulation. So we ask you to set with that question, how have you been blessed? What is yours to do? What is yours to give? And let us hold that space. Hold that space, hold your offerings, your tithes, love offerings, whatever you may have, and let us affirm together, divine love blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive abundantly. Ushers? Oh, peace song. Prayer protection. Prayer protection, yay! Together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are,